to the AFK podcast. I am your host, Afro Black, coming at y'all with yet another episode with my co-hosts, Mr. Markov's Portrait and Flippy Floppy. Say hello to the people.
Hola.
Howdy.
Howdly
Beautiful.
doodly.
Get a nice mix of cultures here. I love it.
What
We
are you trying
got,
to say?
huh?
What does that mean?
We're diverse.
He called you white, Philip.
Wow.
Said what?
Wow.
I'm getting racially profiled here. Anyways,
You are.
Reversed.
we got a shit ton of articles for you guys tonight, but you know we're gonna have a good time while we're talking about them. So
No.
first things up, I see that Rotten Tomatoes, they got their tomato meter and their audience score here. Why the fuck is it at 56%?
Why don't you tell the people what movie it's for?
Thought I said Super Mario.
You did not.
Oh, all right, it's for Super Mario.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Critic scores at 56. What about the audience score? Where are we at with that?
96 actually. It's pretty solid.
Yeah, buddy.
All right. So let's see here. All right. So according to this, right, we got Mrs. Wendy Ide says a frantic Easter egg hunt of a film that does the bare minimum to please its loyal existing fan base. Another top critic, Miss Tara Brady, says the film belts another along with an assault of candy colors and a commendable command of canonical detail. Fantastic. So we got one that said basically the movie is shit, and one that said this is pretty good. All right. And then we got a few audience ones that says this movie it's amazing. Please don't hesitate to watch it. You won't be disappointed. Shannon says a very colorful movie that looks really good in 3D. The Super Mario Bros. Movie kept the kids engaged.
Nice.
So Carter, why do you think that critics didn't like it?
I think it has a lot to do, and I'll kind of touch on how I feel about the approach that I've heard they took. I have not watched it myself yet, so I can't confirm. But it feels like it is less so a quote unquote like traditional movie and more so just something for like fans of the franchise, kind of like as a franchise celebration, which kind of really needs to like that's all that needs to be.
Yes.
Really. Like I feel like Sonic the Hedgehog did the same thing to some extent, not to the same degree that it sounds like Mario has, but I think when you do that and you present that to people who sit there and go, "Oh, Citizen Kane's a fucking cinematic masterpiece. No one's gonna touch it," or like everything everywhere all at once is what modern cinema should be. Like it's not meant for those people.
No.
Like it is not a moviegoer's movie.
No.
That's
It's for
not to say
people that
you
enjoy
won't get any
Super
kind
Mario
of enjoyment
Brothers.
out of it, but exactly.
It's for
It's
kids
like
and adults that like the franchise as a whole and want to see it in movie format. That is who it's for. It is not for people that go and watch fucking, I don't know, fucking what the hell is that? What's a really big movie that people like to go super in depth to?
everything everywhere all at once.
Okay, all right, that's one. I was thinking more like solid classics, I would say. Like,
Like I don't know, like Alien or fucking. I'm struggling to think of movies.
that's what I'm saying, bro.
Ex Machina. Ex Machina.
All right.
It's not Ex Machina. It's not an art house film.
No. It's just like there are movies that you can splice down and give valid criticisms to, whether it's story, dialogue, fucking character development, like how strong is the movie's ending, does it constitute having like an entire series made out of it, so on and so forth. Right? This is not one of those movies. You go there, you enjoy listening to the voice actors have a good time voicing the fucking characters that
And
you
Chris
have
Pratt.
seen for fucking decades,
And
and
Chris Pratt.
exactly, it's just like we're going for two very different reasons. There's a reason why a lot of people are saying, "Yeah, I went with my kids and they fucking loved it." Just like it's just fun.
Well, I mean, like even beyond that, like I don't know. not that I pay too much attention to the critics anyway when it comes to this shit for the most part. But as far as like the red carpet premiere goes, there were a ton of content creators that got invited to it. And there was not a single one that I saw that I follow even quasi regularly that walked out of that thinking it was anything less than like a great like love letter to the franchise, which
Yeah.
again, all it really needs to be. It doesn't need to, not every fucking animated movie based on like children's media needs to be like the Lego movie.
No.
And I kind of think that that's, and to no fault of the Lego movie, because Lego movie is phenomenal. Not every fucking kids movie needs to have some giant, deep, layered message.
No. Not at all.
And I feel weird defending this movie because I typically fucking hate the studio that made it.
Why?
I
Who made
think
it?
by and large, Illumination Studios is the most bottom of the barrel excuse for animation you can find in the industry.
Oh,
So the fact that it's even somewhat positive is
saying a
amazing to
lot.
me. This is the same studio that did the Minions.
My mom loves the Minions. That's all I know about it.
Everyone's mom loves the Minions. It's
True.
the point.
Listen, I didn't say it was something commendable or anything. I'm just saying that's the only reason why I know about it. Literally the only reason.
They made that Grinch movie where the only good thing to come out of it was a Tyler the Creator Christmas EP.
I'd say that's a pretty solid reason to give it a decent score.
I mean, yeah, but I'm not there to listen to a Tyler the Creator EP. I'd
Why
just
not?
fucking stay at home and listen to that if I wanted
Nah,
to.
dude. Now you got a movie to watch it along with.
A god awful Grinch movie.
You can just think of it as Tyler the Creator just roasting the Grinch and making fun of him.
Nah,
Oh, okay.
but yeah, no. I have not seen it. I am planning to go next weekend. Have either of you guys seen Mario
Nope.
movie yet?
Have
Do you
not.
plan to?
I don't know
Nope.
yet. I'm gonna be honest, because like
Nope.
I understand the appeal of the movie. I understand why everyone's saying, "Yeah, I want to go see," and all this other stuff. Me personally, while I did grow up with some Mario, I am not a super big Mario fan. Nor
will
do I
say,
have
same
any
with
like
Mario.
siblings or nephews or cousins or anything that are super into it or anything. So I'm just kind of like, meh.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
I
not
don't
like
fucking
a.
care. I'll go with other grown ass adults.
I mean that too. I also don't. I just not a lot of our friend group has like plays a lot of Nintendo games. I think it's
I will say I'm
mainly
not the
accustomed to you, Carter, Julio, and Kane for the most part.
true.
Yeah, probably. But I don't know. Like, and that kind of leads me to like the latest article that I posted in this thread because the numbers have come back for opening weekend. It has had officially the biggest opening movie for any animated movie ever.
Are we surprised?
Like, it beat out Frozen 2.
Yeah, I can wholeheartedly agree with
Okay,
that.
so I apologize. I guess I spoke a little too soon. These are currently estimates, but the current estimates as of today have the film earning around $377 million worldwide. Frozen 2, who held the record for highest grossing animated film previously, pulled 358 worldwide opening weekend.
God
So
damn,
almost $20 million more for this fucking Mario movie.
they don't call it the
Put it
world's
into
most
even
popular
more
IP on the
perspective.
planet for nothing.
To put it in even more perspective, the live action Mario movie from the 80s made $56 million in its entire run.
I'm not surprised about that.
So it is already fucking shit stomped.
True.
Like to put into perspective how many people have already watched this movie in the 5 days that it has been out as of this podcast recording. The top 5 movies are now Super Mario animated movies. Top 5 animated movies are now Super Mario Bros, Frozen 2, The Lion King, Toy Story 4, and Incredibles 2.
God damn.
More people have watched the Super Mario Bros. Movie in theaters than they did Lion King.
Oh my. Now that's something I can actually pay
Like
attention to.
the fucking holy grail of 90s animated movies for most people that you would ask. Like
The King has fallen, boys.
insane. Like
Jesus.
True.
like it or not, it's make it like there is no fucking doubt that this is going to be the beginning of them going hard on this like movie thing. And not that they didn't start to, because like I know Detective Pikachu was really big, and that's getting a sequel last I knew as well. Um, but this just blows the doors wide the fuck open for all of all of it. Anything that they would want to do, I think they are the ball's in their court
Yeah. I
at this
mean, to be
point.
honest, I'm not really surprised at the numbers it's done. I'm looking at an art or like a quick article from a website called App Trigger, and as
Mhm.
of January 16th, these are the top 5 fucking IPs on the planet. Number 5 is Dungeon Fighter Online. Number 4 is Final Fantasy. Number 3 is Mario. Number 2 is Pokemon, and then number 1 is Call of Duty.
Well,
So
yeah, that doesn't surprise me either. Like I would say, and I know this is a big fucking claim to make, but I would say that Mario is equal to or probably even more recognizable than Mickey Mouse. I would feel pretty
honestly,
confident in saying
I wouldn't really argue with that. Honestly, obviously, I don't know the actual analytics behind it, but if someone were to argue or say that to me, like in just a casual conversation, I couldn't really argue that. In all honesty,
well, no, but it's like, and my fucking mom who detests video games, she could sit there and go, "Oh, that's Mario, Luigi, Wario, whatever,"
I
better
don't know
than she
about
can like.
Wario, but
yeah, that's a little bit far off the chain, but I could.
Well, no, Wario's easy because it's just Mario upside down.
I've
It's a
seen
W
plenty of
instead of
people
an M.
butcher Wario and Waluigi.
Yeah, or just straight up just not know who they are.
No, your parents didn't buy you the right Mario games.
Probably not
I put
because
300 hours into Mario Baseball, man.
I only
I put a
had,
lot of
I
time.
think, one Mario game growing up, and that was Super Mario 64.
So I did not have an N64.
My dad had one, and he just let me have it.
We had a GameCube was my first Nintendo home console.
Hey, we had one of
True.
those too.
Same.
My
I
dad
still
and
have
I,
my
we played through Prince of Persia, all 3 of them.
very nice. I
Every
I
still
time a
have
puzzle
guarantee.
came
my
up, every time a
the
puzzle came up, I was just like, Dad, I'm not doing this. Do this for me.
Dad, your turn. I'll do all the
I
killing. You do the puzzles.
I guarantee my grandma can name Mario and Luigi, but I don't know about the others.
Yeah,
Guaranteed Mario and Luigi.
I could see my mom
Fuck
being
that
able
dumb
to
bitch
name.
Peach.
All she
Ain't
do
nobody
is get
like
in
Peach
trouble and
anyway.
say,
All
"Help,
she do is get in
save
trouble.
me."
Daisy's my bitch. I love her.
Daisy's pretty great. I'm glad she's in Smash.
Oh, I'm glad too. She's
There
in
you are.
soccer. I be going over to my
She's in,
friend's house and
dude. She's a
play.
fucking menace in the sports
In
games.
the sports game, she's crazy. Every time I go to my friends, I'm Daisy. I was over there
I'm
playing
Daisy.
sports, and I was over there throwing a javelin as distances.
We're going the distance.
Luigi polls, man.
True.
Luigi got the better princess.
True.
He didn't.
Jesus.
He got a down. He got a down bitch. That's what that is.
True that.
She's a writer.
So, ride or die, hella. So, with this in mind, knowing that there is very clearly some kind of fucking future, beyond them basically confirming a sequel with these opening numbers, what other Nintendo games do you guys want to see that they haven't done yet? What would you want
Nintendo
to see
games
turn into a movie?
turned into a movie.
Because like there's plenty of TV shows, so like we don't have to talk through
Um,
that. But like
um, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't play enough of them.
well just like I don't know, think about your fucking typical Smash Bros roster
Wait, are we
and think
talking?
what
Wait, are we talking about what they could do for ideas for the next Mario game, or just for the
yeah,
next
well
Nintendo game?
like next Nintendo movie,
Nintendo
because
Oh,
clearly they're
movie.
going to be
Nintendo.
making more movies.
Okay. I
What
don't know. I
other
feel like
IP
they
would
could
you
at
want to
least
see them do?
make maybe like an anime surrounding Fire Emblem, or even shit. What is
So
the other
fun
one?
fact, there is an OVA for the original Fire Emblem that
Oh,
released in Japan
goddamn.
alongside the Japanese only first game.
I could see no, because they already have Persona as like fucking anime. So
Persona is not Nintendo.
or sorry, maybe
That's
what about Shin Megami Tensei?
that is also not Nintendo.
God damn it. No, fucking
Shin Megami is the parent series to Persona.
for fuck's sake. Okay. What about Metroid? How do we feel about
There you
Metroid?
go. That dude, Metro would be fucking sick.
I would love that shit as
Are
an
you
animated
kidding
movie.
me? They could. Oh my god. Like
Shit,
Alien
Super
for
Smash
kids.
Brothers in general, I feel like would be a fucking amazing movie that I would go see.
I like the fact that we are inching closer and closer to a reality where that is possible is not lost on me.
I think that would be a pretty solid movie to go and watch.
Like
Just
the
watch them
Sonic
beat the shit
movies
out of each other.
doing fantastic. They're making another one. Knuckles is getting his own fucking show. Detective Pikachu's already there, so you've got your Pokemon. Now we've got Mario. Like it's just, I don't know. It's scary how
Can I now
right
get a
now it
Luigi's
feels
Mansion?
realer than ever. Luigi's Mansion would be sick.
I would love that one.
Oh my god.
That'd be pretty dope.
I think it'd be pretty cool. I know it's not a movie or anything, but like give me a 30 episode slice of life Animal Crossing show. I would watch that in a day. I would.
I
Like
feel
I'm
it.
not even fucking kidding.
I feel that one. I feel it.
Or
Oh
like
shit.
F-Zero would be rad.
What would
Like
be
an
another
anime racing.
solid
Can I get
Nintendo
a?
IP?
Are there any Legend
F-Zero
of
would be
Zelda
cool.
movies?
There are not. There is a canceled Netflix show that was being made until someone leaked that it was being made, and then Nintendo pulled the plug on it.
Said, well,
Jesus.
y'all ruined it.
Yeah, pretty much.
That'd be
I would
The
love
guy
to
at Netflix was
see,
just like, look at what I'm doing, and then they weren't
Yeah.
doing it anymore.
depending on how expensive they wanted to be, they could probably do like a couple of the Zelda games. They could just do a fuck around movie featuring Donkey Kong himself, just isolated.
Can I get like a which one's the Pokemon GX? Which one's the free roam one where you could steal Pokemon and shit? He had that
Oh yeah,
robot.
Coliseum.
Gale of Darkness. Coliseum and Gale of Darkness.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, Gale of Darkness. Can I get one of them? I need me a
That'd be
dark
rad.
side Pokemon.
That'd be
I mean,
rad.
not
Dark Lugia.
necessarily dark, but it definitely is a lot darker. Getting
It
tired
was
of these
pretty ugly for the
happy-go-luckies.
time.
If you want to see a more darker form of Pokemon, just go watch Digimon, my guy.
No,
Or like read the original run of the
but
manga.
right now
that too.
Digimon doesn't have a live action.
They don't, but they have plenty of animes that you can go out and watch.
Yeah, so does Pokemon. They have anime too, but
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
you
asking
said you
for
wanted a
anime. I just
darker
want
version of Pokemon. I'm
It's
giving
just the
you the
idea of
darker
it.
version of
Fuck you.
Pokemon.
Right.
Digimon don't even seem that dark. It
It
be
can't be.
dark color.
That's because you
It be
haven't paid
dark
attention
color.
to the plot.
Nah, it's really nothing crazy.
Because you don't know.
Really ain't nothing. It really ain't nothing I
You
haven't
really
heard
don't know,
before.
though. It's okay, though.
I want
It's
to
all
see
right.
someone's Pokemon get taken from them.
I mean, you can see someone's Pokemon
Okay.
get sliced in half.
Yeah, there's
Steal from the child.
Why is that ranked higher than watching a Pokemon die before your eyes? I don't understand.
What? Why do I want to see a Pokemon die? That's
You
fucked
just
up.
you said you wanted darker, so I told you go watch or Carter said go watch the ant or the manga or read the manga, and then you're like, no, I need something darker. I want to see people take Pokemon from kids. So I gave you a darker version than that.
They also do plenty of that in the manga. Like the first, like before it got international, the Pokemon manga was hardcore.
Carter, I thought the whole point was to get a movie of this shit, not. No, fuck.
Like, that would be cool source material to make a movie from.
That's fine. That's what I want. But he's over here like, well, there's already Digimon
I agree.
animated
Then why are
movies.
you yelling at me about it?
I'm
not the
yelling
one
at
who said
Isaiah
it.
still. It just might come towards you. Isaiah's still primed to be the center of the subject.
Fuck you,
Okay,
Philip.
so even though it's not a Nintendo thing, you guys want a Digimon movie. Okay, that'd be
I
fine.
didn't. I just wanted the fucking Pokemon. He's the one telling me.
Oh
I
my
think
fucking god.
I think Pokemon in general taking their world more seriously and darker would be really cool to see them
Yes.
I don't know
do
if that
more
will
than
ever
they do.
happen though,
'Cause
unfortunately.
they used to do it quite a bit in the mid
They did
2000s. You had
quite a bit.
Coliseum, Gale of Darkness, Pokemon Conquest was pretty edgy.
But the problem is though is that the fucking franchise has just scaled even higher in popularity. And now
Yeah,
it's
but I
a
mean
lot
they
more
still
catered
write
towards
those fucking
kids.
Pokedex
I think a
entries that are
darker
just
Pokemon,
like,
you'd even get the children to go watch it.
oh yeah.
I mean, you could give them some sort of like migration into more mature content, I guess, if they're turning into teenagers or some shit.
Yeah, well, I
Add
mean,
more
it's like a
complex
30-year-old
elements.
franchise at this point. Like, there's more people that are fucking our age playing it than there are kids anymore.
True. True. But yeah, no. If we're talking strictly Nintendo IPs, I'd like to see movies of. Definitely Metroid is top for me.
Yeah, that'd be rad. I would agree with that. I think Pikmin would be pretty interesting too.
Now, my question to you though is, if they made a Metroid movie, would you want it in an animation style similar to the Mario movie, or would you want it in a more like anime style?
I
Like
think they could pull that one off.
I'm
It would
thinking
come
Cowboy
across
Bebop,
really.
like kind of our
Cowboy Bebop
style.
would be cool. I think it would come across as really derivative to a lot of people, but I would love to see a live action take on it. I think in doing that, you run the risk of people going, "Oh, it's just a fucking ripoff of Alien," but like, I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
mean
Like
maybe.
some of the shit in that world would be so cool to see, especially if they integrate like the Prime stuff from like the Prime games. I think it'd be fucking rad.
I would love to see Fusion.
Yeah, Fusion would be rad as well.
Just watching them fucking CGI the X Parasite and shit.
Yeah,
Seeing
no,
like an
there's
actual like
so much
CGI
like
version of that suit and shit. Maybe they can make it moving too. Because the suit that she gets in Fusion, isn't it supposed to be part X Parasite, part actual like her original suit
yeah,
and
it's
shit?
it's a living thing.
So
Yeah,
imagine that shit but moving and actively like
it'd be rad.
switching from like just like regular hands down to like and then shape shifting into a blaster and shit like that. I
It'd be
wouldn't even
rad.
mind if they got creative and they gave her double blasters. Fuck it up. Get creative with it.
True.
Give
Give
me a
her
big
dark
ass
and light suits
fucking
from Metroid 3 right out of the gate.
true. Speaking of fucking really cool looking metal suits, did you guys see the trailer for Blue Beetle?
Yes.
I have not watched it yet. I
It
saw
looks
it's
pretty
out, but I
fucking
haven't seen it.
solid.
It looks.
Love Blue
It
Beetle.
looks fun. It looks
It
fun.
does indeed. I like Blue Beetle. I liked watching the series when I was a kid.
I hope so. I am so I realize like more so the last couple of weeks than I have the last couple of years. I'm about fucking done with superhero movies, man. Like
I'm getting there.
at least the big shots. Like don't get me wrong. I don't know if you guys watched the Spider-Verse trailer that dropped this week. 100% I'll be there day one.
I have not seen that, no.
It is wonderful. But just like the mainstream, like MCU, DCU, I am so fucking burnt out on keeping up with
DCU
97
has
things.
rebooted their shit so many times, it's starting to get old to try and care about them possibly redeeming themselves. And
No,
MCU is spreading themselves thin to the point where it's just starting to get hard to keep up. Like, I'll go and watch their mainstay movies that I actually give a shit about, but like, I think I skipped Thor: Love and Thunder. I went and
you're
seen
lucky.
Black Panther though, because
I need to watch that. So.
I actually liked Wakanda Forever. The CGI was lacking in a few different spots, but I'd say overall it was a really solid movie, and I like the direction that they're going with Shuri, especially since it's comic book accurate. And let's see, what was. And then I think I've been watching a bit of Moon Knight. Amber and I started the series, but it's not like I think we're on episode 3.
Moon Knight got really cool around episode 5,
I've been enjoying it so far.
and then it stopped as quickly as it started. But
That's tough.
yeah,
I actually
I
heard
don't know.
something
Like
about them renewing it for a season 2.
Yeah, probably. It'll make sense getting into Secret Wars, but um,
But yeah.
yeah, I don't know. Like that, and then just seeing like the shit that people are still able to do like that when they're not like fucking obligated to connect it to a larger fucking shared universe. Like Spider-Verse is currently its own contained thing. I have my own theories about why that's not going to be the case after this next one. Um, and then you've got like the fucking Matt Reeves Batman movie with Robert Pattinson that was just fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, I actually
I
really
watched that
like
again
that version.
recently and I liked it more than I did the first watch.
I think Robert Pattinson like did a really good job as Batman. Honestly, I think he did a
Everyone
really
in
good
that
job.
movie was phenomenal.
And it kind of sucks that they're once again swapping out the fucking
Oh
Batman
no,
actor.
they're not though. They're making like that's going to be its own universe.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I was
Like
thinking in the sense of like they're not making him the Batman for the main DC universe, is what I'm saying.
no, but he's getting like his own. They're getting their own universe with those characters. Like Penguin's getting a show this year, with Colin Farrell in it. They finally greenlit a second and a third movie with Robert Pattinson, and then they said like Catwoman's getting her own show, and one other one I think I can't remember who, but no, they've
That's
got
awesome.
chips on
I'm
with
happy for him.
that specific universe.
It's about time he started like finally just fucking separating himself from that fucking disaster franchise known as Twilight.
I mean, he's done other shit that's been really good since Twilight. He was in Lighthouse. He was in My Brother's Keeper. Like Robert Pattinson can act his dick off. He just got a bad rap by
I wouldn't
picking
even
up a
say that
chick
he got a
boyfriend
bad
from
rep.
that.
It's more like he's related to Twilight just as much probably as fucking Robert Downey Jr. is to fucking Iron Man or Chris Evans is Captain America and shit like that. It's
I
just
mean,
like
yeah, but
he has acted in other films, and I'm not saying he's a bad actor or anything like that. I'm just simply
I don't
saying
know if fight anyone.
most people recognize him from the Twilight franchise.
Yeah. You should totally watch Lighthouse or My Brother's Keeper, though. Those movies are fucking intense.
All right, I'll put him on the fucking itinerary, dude.
Lighthouse,
Fucking
it's
do it.
like a
Okay.
bottled movie. Like it takes place in one setting, and it's just him and Willem Dafoe screaming at each other for 2 hours. It's fucking fantastic.
Jesus. But yeah. I don't know, Philip. What are you trying to see from the Marvel? Like, what will bring you back into the fucking superhero movie franchises?
Marvel, maybe Daredevil.
Okay, I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
I'll
I
be
forgot that
excited to
got
see what
renewed.
they do with that.
That's that'll probably bring me in.
Not only that, but Punisher. I forgot Punisher. I think got greenlit
Punisher
again.
he will be
Not
in.
greenlit, but they've said he's going to be in the Daredevil show.
He's gonna be in the Daredevil show.
Oh, nice.
So
I'm
I
okay with
look
that.
forward to that. God, that actor's name, I forget his name. But
I always
I'll
forget his
see
I
name.
him.
I just know that he's fantastic at Punisher.
he's
Yeah.
amazing for
He
a
is
Punisher.
literally
I love it.
perfect. He is literally a perfect fit.
Something Bernthal.
Robert
John
or no,
Bernthal. John Bernthal.
John Bernthal. Yep, that's what
There
it
you
is.
go.
John Bernthal. I can't ever remember the last name. But he's an amazing actor. I do love John Bernthal. So, I'm excited for Punisher. I'm excited for Daredevil. I'm excited what
That's
can come from Daredevil, which could be that Luke Cage can come back or something along
true.
these lines.
Because that
Um
entire like small circle of heroes, the streets heroes,
they
they're all
yeah,
connected like storyline wise. Like they run into each other all the time.
yeah.
So it's not
And
like
if
they
they're
can't
gonna
bring them back at some point.
I think besides the Defenders, uh there's no I don't think in Daredevil you saw much of Luke Cage and Jessica or whatever.
You mainly seen
No,
them
Luke
in
Cage was
like
kind of more in Jessica and then his own thing.
yeah,
Yeah, but I would like to see Luke Cage. I also think that actor did well.
yes. He's actually a
And I
martial artist.
mean,
I think it's shit. Hold on. Fuck. What's his name? Cage
I
actor.
don't. I never really watched any of the
Mike
Netflix shows when they were running.
Coulter.
no, I
Mike
did. I watched
Coulter.
them. I really liked it.
I heard great
Unfortunately,
things, but
unfortunately, Iron Fist suffered from a very new actor and very bad choreography, from what I remember.
that's yeah.
I didn't think
People
the
kind of spook
choreography
Iron
was
Fist
too
under the
bad.
rug.
It was like I think there's just weird times, and I think it also suffered from his his long ass starting to his story,
Yeah. Yeah, you're right about that.
and so unfortunately that one didn't do too well. But I would like to see all those people come back again. I thought the actors were pretty decent for their roles, so I'm down for all that. Um, fuck. I don't think he's Marvel.
But yeah,
Ah,
no,
I was gonna
I'd
say
love to
I was
see
gonna
all
say
of them come back.
Constantine.
Constantine is
Oh
DC,
no, yeah,
technically.
Yeah, that's DC, but I would like to see that one.
that'd be
That's
cool.
just from, and I know Keanu Reeves said he wanted to again.
Yeah.
Well, they're making a sequel.
So, so I'm down.
They've been working on a sequel for a while. I think they're finally going to get the chance since he's taken a break from John Wick.
Yeah. Which, by the way,
So to see John
if
Wick too.
if you've enjoyed all the John Wick movies, Carter, I think you'll really enjoy this one.
I might do a double feature this weekend and do Mario and John Wick.
John Wick was really good. Philip and I went to go see that last week.
John Wick is I love it so much because sometimes you just don't want to think too crazy, and it does have it's things here and there that you can pick up on, but
The
very
nunchucks were a
straightforward.
bit much, but I fucking loved it at the
Ah,
same
it
time.
was funny. Very straightforward. You know from the get go that this is like a video game movie. At least
Yeah.
that's what it
Yeah,
feels like, because
well, it's based on a graphic novel,
he
so
goes into a move. He goes into a room, fights some people, beats them up, walks 5 feet. Three more people come around the corner,
yeah.
fights them, beats them up, and this happens multiple times.
This
There's
goes
just
on for like 15, 20 fucking
I will say, if
minutes.
this choreography is like not a one and done, but like you have to do the whole thing, it's
Single
impressive.
take.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's impressive.
Not just from like a choreography standpoint, but the sheer fucking endurance that man has.
Oh, I can imagine. Well, and Keanu's doing all of his own shit for those
Yeah.
movies too. It's like that's him.
Besides throwing yeah, he does most of his stunts. Yep.
Yeah.
I seen
Did
It's
him
you
fall
just
down some
like
see?
stairs.
goddamn.
The guy
Did you
go down
see
the
what he
stairs.
did for the stunt crew in John Wick 4?
I
Was
heard
carrying
something
their
about
stuff.
it.
He got them all T-shirts, but it just had their name on it, and then the amount of times that he killed them in the movie.
That's funny. But
Jesus.
yeah,
But yeah, no. John Wick Chapter 4 was fucking awesome. I
it
enjoyed the
was
shit
good.
out of that. And I really hope to God that they continue that universe, but because I am so fucking
Yeah.
interested in it.
There's a TV show that's coming out later this year, and then I think they've said someone's getting a spinoff next year.
I'm really hoping it's Mr. Nobody.
No, it's one of the females. I can't remember who it was specifically, but
Was it Halle Berry's character?
I don't think so. I would have to check. I can't remember who it is off the top of my head, but
Okay.
there is a lot more in the Wiki universe coming out very,
Thank
very
fucking
soon.
God.
Okay, so I will say there was an ending. I'm not gonna say what it was, but there was
I
like a
would
character in
deeply
there that's
appreciate that.
yeah, a character you see in there kind of feels like he's there for a reason, but he doesn't get to show much of his reason, which kind of
Yeah.
makes me feel like
There's
there's a
something in the
spinoff
works for him.
into the universe at least.
Who?
I don't know. He's like a brand new character.
Who?
So what do you
I don't
mean
know.
who? You
No, I
want me to?
said cool.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
I thought
Okay.
you were saying
No,
who.
no,
I'm
no,
like,
no.
what do
I
you
was
mean
like, I don't know
who?
if
He's
you want me to
spoiling
throw names
anything.
out there.
No.
But yeah, I'm excited. It looked interesting. I'm down.
Nice.
But yeah, no. It was a very
Well,
solid movie for anyone who hasn't seen it already. Would highly recommend it. And if you haven't seen the previous movies, would highly recommend those as well. I didn't realize that the first John Wick came out fucking like 9 years ago.
yeah, 2014.
Like, god damn, time flies.
Yeah.
It actually made
Wow.
me kind of sad too. I was just like, what the fuck? I thought this shit came out in like 2017.
Nope. It blew up in 2017. I remember seeing that first one and no one was really talking about it. And then like after the second one came out, it was just like, Jesus fucking Christ, you have to watch these.
Yeah, no, I remember. I'm
Fuck
pretty sure I
yeah.
went to go see the first movie with my dad.
No, my buddy Ryan, I was over at his house one day and he's just like, "Have you seen John Wick?" And I'm like, "No." He goes, "It's just Keanu Reeves being a badass." And I'm like, "That sounds really cheesy." He's like, "I promise it's not."
No.
And then we sat there and watched it, and I immediately, like, I bought it on my way home because I needed to watch it again.
Jesus. I
There's
just,
something about
yeah.
there's something about an actor being a cool man in real life that makes me want to support them even more.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love them.
Shout out to Keanu Reeves.
Yep.
And Brendan Fraser.
Oh yeah, and Brendan Fraser. Good job with that movie about the whales or whatever.
Yeah, dude. Really
It's not
spot
what it
on
was
job,
about.
dude.
I just haven't seen it.
I've
It's
seen an
pretty
out
good.
of context clip, and it makes me fucking laugh.
it's a
So,
it's a pretty good movie. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, no. I just love that one of his first major breaks again in modern times is him just being an obese fucking bastard. I
You
love
like
it.
that?
Or sorry, not an obese bastard, because he's actually a fairly kind-hearted person, but you know, made some shitty decisions. Tries to redeem himself. Good stuff.
It
But
do be like that.
it do be like that. But yeah, okay. We need to move on from movies now,
oh
or
yeah,
at least
fucking
these
Mario
specifically.
movie.
Yeah,
Oopsies.
yeah. Just
That's
went on a small derailment. It's fine.
no shit.
Why don't you tell us about this Five Nights at Freddy's shit, Carter?
Oh yeah. So they started filming, like, this movie's been in development hell for years and years.
Okay.
Basically since 2015 when like the franchise blew up. Um like the rights have been passed from studio to studio to studio until finally Blumhouse picked it up. And like it's got all these giant people working on it. Like I'm pretty sure at one point like Jim Henson Studios was doing the animatronic designs. Like the people who make the Muppets is doing the animatronic designs for this shit. Um it's got Matthew Willard, who, for those who don't know, is Shaggy in the live action Scooby Doo movies and a lot of the animated shit now. Um, as the main character. It's finally like been out of development hell. It started filming super late last year into super early this year. They wrapped filming no more than like a few weeks ago. And then Jason Blum, the main guy at Blumhouse Studios, just said, "Hey, I know we just finished filming this like last week and we're in April. Movie's dropping this October."
Wow.
'Cause it's all, from what I understand, it's all like practical effects too. So like there's not a bunch of CG shit to work in.
Oh,
But
nice.
they're editing everything right now and it's coming out October 27th. The same day as the next Saw movie comes out, I believe.
Mm.
And it is also going to simultaneously debut on Peacock. So it will be a day one streaming movie as well as being in the theaters.
Fair. I'm not really a fan, so I don't know if
That's
I'll
fair.
see it.
Um, let's see. Directed by Emma Tammy, who I'm not familiar with. Five Nights at Freddy's follows a security guard who experiences a series of terrors at the pizza joint he's taken the night shift at. This film stars Josh Hutcherson, Elizabeth Lyle, Piper Rubio, Kat Connor Sterling, Mary Stuart Masterson, and Matthew Lillard. With animatronic designs and technology by Jim Henson's Creature Shop.
Awesome.
One thing that gives me a lot of hope about this, and kind of did throughout the entire filmmaking process for this movie, Scott Cawthon, the creator of the games, has been on board as executive producer from day one. So a lot of that whole development hell, shifting studios, shifting producers, whatever, was him saying, "I don't think it's up to my par of quality."
Okay.
So I know, like, especially nowadays, the overall story for those games gets a really bad rap. But the fact that he cares that much about making sure that it's like true to the source material is pretty fucking cool to see.
That's fair.
Like I really think that this year, and not that there haven't been really good video game movies in recent years, like we just talked about for a half hour, but I really think that this year could be the year that we start to see the video game movies taking off the way they should.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it's about fucking time because if like it should be common sense, but clearly like there are one too many boomers over in fucking Hollywood. But it's just like you guys have the fan base already with a lot of the video games that you guys could be making or that you guys are theoretically gonna make movies about. You just have to not be fucking stupid.
Pretty much.
Like okay, I'm not even gonna go that far. Just literally copy the fucking storyline from the video games, make a script to fill in the blanks with dialogue, and then animate it or find a solid cast or something along those lines, and you're fine. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, I agree with you. I'm really hoping that they start seeing the shit that people have been saying for years and years, and just finally just start getting their heads out of their asses and
Like
start actually
this
making some
might
quality.
be yeah, this might be a day. I don't go out of my way and like play the games or anything, but I don't know. I'm one of those fucking autismos that can sit there and listen to someone talk about the lore for like 5 days straight, just because it's really weird and uncanny and not conventionally told.
Listen,
Um,
that's how I got started on Warhammer. I don't play the
well, that's how I
fucking
got started. Like
tabletop.
it scratches the same itch for me now that like Call of Duty Zombies did at its peak,
That's fair.
where it's just like the most esoteric way of delivering story elements about its world.
Exactly. Like
Um,
fucking that's exactly how I feel about like not exactly how I feel, but this is how I got into Warhammer. I don't play the fucking like tabletop or anything, but I play a few of the games. I got started because a coworker slash friend of mine started talking about it at work, went into depth and we talked about it for like 3 hours, and then after that I started watching lore videos.
yeah, that's all that to say, this is probably going to be one that I'm there opening night for.
Fair enough.
True.
But yeah, Philip, you gonna go see it?
I don't know. Maybe.
I'm feeling a horror movie, so honestly, I might go see it. Even though I haven't played the games, I mean, if it's a solid fucking horror movie, then I'll go see it. I like horror movies.
Usually, horror movies are never really my thing. So
Fair.
Dude, if you want to go see a horror movie, we got to go see Evil Dead Rise when it comes out next week.
I did see a commercial for that too.
I am so excited. Fucking
I
love
don't
Evil Dead.
think didn't they come out with one a couple years ago too?
It was like 2016.
Okay,
And then they had a show with the original cast from the old school movies on Stars for like 3 seasons. And then they
interesting.
had a game come out last year.
Mm-hmm. Is Evil Dead still alive? The game, anyways.
They stopped supporting it, but it's still you like still go back and play it.
That's unfortunate.
It's still the servers are active and everything. They just did their content cycle.
Oh, I see. Fair enough. But yeah, no. I definitely might go and see it. Maybe I'll take Amber and my mom or something to go see it for their birthdays or some shit.
Five Nights at Freddy's,
Yeah. So yeah, no.
starring Shaggy from Scooby Doo.
True. But yeah. So I guess we have that to look forward to, and I'm actually kind of excited to see what they do with the franchise. So
Yeah,
yeah.
big year for
Um.
video games in Hollywood.
Mhm. They're doing better than the actual fucking game developers nowadays.
Sure as fuck seems like it recently.
Mhm. Moving on to the next thing. The Steam Deck killer is what they call it. Steam Deck competitor promises better visuals and Windows 11 compatibility. Asus is making bold claims while leaving the most important questions unanswered. Let's be clear, hardware manufacturers have been trying to make handheld gaming PCs forever. The Steam Deck isn't the first, and it certainly won't be the last. It was just the first to be truly successful. A result of that success is that rivals now have a benchmark to aim for, though, and one of the first companies to take a swing at Valve's new crown is Asus. Launching under the company's Republic of Gamers, or ROG for most people that actually buy their computer parts, which is ROG is basically their luxury line of computer parts and shit like that. It's basically for enthusiasts or people that want to flex money. This is the ROG Ally. While the handheld's reveal video runs for 3 whole minutes, there's not a single mention of specs. Just the announcement and that it'll run on a custom AMD chip, probably just like the fucking Steam Deck, and that it'll be compatible with ASUS existing external GPU and slash power supply units. The ROG XG mobile eGPU used by its laptops. A bunch of influencers got their hands on the device early, and while their videos are also devoid of the most useful hard numbers, they do mention details like the fact that Ally will have an impressive 1920 by 1080p and 120 Hz display, compared to the Steam Deck's 1280 by 800/60 Hz display, and that is smaller and lighter than Valve's handheld as well. That's interesting. I'm really curious to see how performance is. The Ally will run on Windows 11 and has a fairly traditional controller setup with 2 analog sticks, a D-pad, 4 primary face buttons, and some triggers. It certainly looks nice in the videos, but then again, this is pre-release marketing, and how nice it looks now will be completely irrelevant if the Ally's price, battery life, performance, and storage aren't up to scratch. Like the article says, this isn't the first and won't be the last time a PC hardware manufacturer has tried to make a handheld gaming PC. ASUS will have to get a mix of just right to be able to compete with Valve, and already, even without numbers, this feels like it's going to be way too expensive, which is fair, because like I said, ROG is a luxury line, so they're very good about putting exorbitant fucking price tags on their shit. So my guess is that this bitch will be bare minimum $800. That is my guess.
Which at that point, just go get the fucking 512 gig Steam Deck.
Yep, and then you're still saving about $200 to $300.
It's true, and
so that is my guesstimate on the price tag. At the very least, I feel like that'll be the midway model. I don't think that this will be the most expensive model though. So, what are your guys' impressions on it? I'm assuming. I don't think Philip has seen what it looks like, but
Nope.
Carter, what did you think of the like the visuals and stuff? What do you think
I,
about it?
honestly, until we start getting like real reviews, I'm hesitant to trust anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just because there's been so many people that have come out saying, "Oh, we're gonna kill the Steam Deck with this," and then it comes out and they absolutely do not kill the Steam Deck.
No.
I just don't see, especially if it's running fucking Windows 11. Like, I don't see you being cream of the crop.
No. Because my thing
I'm sorry.
is, you're using a lot of juice to run the fucking display, because not only is it 1080p, so HD, right? But on top of that, it's saying that it's also running a 120 hertz display. Both of those take up quite a bit of juice, okay, especially in a handheld.
Yeah.
So battery life will be really fucking interesting. And
Which I
not
would
only
say is
that,
like the consistent thing across any of those. Like, for as much as I love my Steam Deck, and I do love my Steam Deck, I almost have to be plugged into the wall while
yeah,
I'm playing anything like beefy.
battery life is most definitely the biggest fucking hurdle that they're gonna have to go through for mobile gaming
Like, it's great
PCs.
for indies. Like, I can sit there and play Isaac, Vampire Survivors, shit like that for hours on end. You try playing Elden Ring, you're gonna get 90 minutes out of that tops.
Fair.
But
And that's like one
other than
boss
that,
fight.
it's great. Pretty much, yeah.
But yeah, no. Once we find a more efficient way to be running batteries in these fucking things, maybe like mobile gaming PCs will become a readily and steadily available or like common thing. But
Batteries and the display, I will say, like, the thing that I wish they would have done. Like, I'll give the battery thing a pass because, like, fine, it's a fucking portable gaming PC. I don't think it's excusable anymore to put out consoles that aren't OLED if you're doing a mobile console.
yeah, I agree. It maybe I would be okay with it if like you're still doing 1080p, but you're just doing like an regular LED screen or some shit like that. But the power better be
Yeah,
there. But the problem,
that is
like,
my only gripe with my Steam Deck.
Well, shit. Like I'd say even the bigger fucking culprit is the fucking Switch. Just like you guys are running like some of like I will say obviously Nintendo has like some of the most or like the most fairly consistent most popular franchises on the planet, but let's be real, their graphics aren't ever the best. Or like even I would say they barely skid the fucking mid tier in terms of graphical power, and you guys aren't pushing your fucking display at all. You guys aren't publishing games with better frame rates or with smoother fucking hertz on display. Nothing like that. It's
Gonna
just
say
fucking.
let's get them to smooth out the internals before we try to have them push the externals. Like,
It's just like there's a lot of issues with mobile gaming PCs, and it doesn't seem like any company has really found a way to circumvent that. Because if you want more power, that means it's going to cause more juice to be run out, which means that it's not technically going to be mobile for very fucking long, because you're either going to
yeah,
have to shut it off or attach it to a fucking outlet to actually keep
yeah.
playing.
And I do know as far as like Valve goes, they have been very vocal about saying, yeah, the battery and the screen are what we're focusing on with the next generation of these things.
Yeah.
So the fact that people are also like, not that nobody's going to be able to do it, I don't think that that's the case at all. I just don't think that they're going to do that with anything else in mind other than, oh, we have to get our Steam Deck out there. And I think that's going to fuck people over in the long run chasing that success.
That's fair. So, what do you think, Philip?
I don't play handhelds enough, but you know what? I agree
Hell
with
yeah,
everything you
dude.
guys said.
Like, unironically, you do, or are you just saying that?
No, I agree with most of the things you said. OLED screen, better battery, all these things like that. I'm not.
Those have been like the two things that Valve has already come out and confirmed about their next Steam Deck. So they're like, yep, when we put out the next model, it's gonna be OLED and we're gonna have better battery life. Just like, you know what? I respect that.
Yeah, I agree.
Fair. They were upfront about it.
Mm-hmm.
Hasn't stopped me from playing mine.
No. Like, don't get me wrong, I still think overall the Steam Deck did a lot of really good things, and I do think that they are needed, especially since someone needs to kick Nintendo in the ass to start innovating. But, like, right
It's not
now,
even bad. It's just it's like my go-to for like retro games. Like the backwards compatibility and the emulation on that thing is fucking second to none.
of course, because, like, they're perfectly okay with people, like, customizing their shit internally. And Nintendo locks their shit down harder than fucking Apple.
True.
So it's just like there's only so much that like people can say that the Switch is good at before you're just like, well, the Steam Deck can do pretty much all of that and technically do what the Switch does too, because there's this thing called emulation.
True.
So I don't know. Until I start seeing more efficient battery life in combination with way better like hardware performance, I'm not really too keen on getting like super investing or investing a lot of time and energy into looking into these handhelds. Because I agree, like I said, that the Steam Deck is doing a lot of things good, but it's just like I have no reason to have one because the same room that I play my Switch in, I have my computer in. So it's just like if I want to play
Yeah.
computer games, I turn on my computer. If I want to play Switch games, I turn on my Switch that's right behind me. So
Yeah. I don't know. I sit at a computer desk all day, so I like that the Steam Deck makes me not have to do that any
that's
more
fair.
than I already do.
See, now I
Mhm.
would have to do that on a like maybe on like a really slow day at work, but since I'm a tech, I'm on the floor a lot as well as at
That's
computers
fair.
troubleshooting, so it's just like I have no problem with just sitting down. Like on a good day at work, by the time I'm done with my shift, I'll have like or sorry, in between my shift and going to the gym, by the time I actually come home and sit down, I will have around like in between 12 and 14K steps, some shit like that.
Whoa. I be dancing at work, so I get my steps in.
There you go.
True.
Big stepper. Roddy
Yeah.
Rich. But yeah, so um did you guys have anything else you guys want to talk about this about speculations for this thing?
I buy a fucking Steam Deck if you're gonna go in on any of these things.
Yeah. At least for now. Until you hear more about what the fuck this thing actually offers that's actually better than the Steam Deck, just get a fucking Steam Deck or get a Switch. Just
And if you're really gonna sit there and go, "Oh, Windows 11 is a better OS than the
No, it's
Linux
not.
shit on Steam Deck," guess what? A, it's not. B, you can install Windows 11 on your Steam Deck.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know about that.
You can. I mean, it's not advisable, but
I
you
was gonna
can.
say because like they custom made a fucking Linux subversion for that shit. So it's just
I'm
like
aware.
I don't
But
know. I don't know
if
if
you
you
want
want
to
to just
fucking
rip a
stake that
fucking.
claim,
They
you
not finna
can
tell
do
me
it.
what to do.
I wouldn't recommend it, but Carter is probably right.
They not finna tell me
That's
what to do
when
anyways.
I got mine, the first thing I looked up, I was like, "Oh, is fucking Game Pass compatible on it?" And they're like, "Yes, but not the way it comes out of the box. Here's what you have to do."
Goddamn.
And it was
Fair.
pretty much, here's what you need to install Windows 11 and jerry rig it to our fucking
If
shell.
I could get my Game Pass on there, to be honest, I probably would.
Yeah,
The
well, and
problem
that's not to
is
say
that
I don't know. I like having my Steam Deck or my Steam library everywhere I go.
well, the problem with that, Philip, though, is that there's no mobile version of Windows 11, so you're gonna have to download the regular version, which isn't catered for like mobile PCs. It's for regular PCs, and you can see that in the recommended specs.
Don't care.
I mean, listen, if you want to
Don't
fucking
care,
look at
didn't ask ratio.
if you want to look at Minecraft blocks the entire way while having fucking 20 frames on your games, I mean,
I don't know. Like
Some of the
that to me,
games
that
I
is the
use are
funniest.
already Minecraft blocks.
That is the funniest part to me about owning a Steam Deck is there is no official way to play Minecraft
that's funny.
on your fucking handheld PC.
That's
I
kinda
love it.
crazy. That's crazy.
It's great.
That's funny. But
Someday Minecraft will come to Steam.
true, but not today.
True. I saw a really fucking pretty Lego mod that someone made for Minecraft. It was like fucking ray tracing 8K HD. It looked beautiful.
You'd be seeing shit like that too. This should be astonishing. Made me cry a
Anyway,
little bit.
But
made me cry.
yeah. Let's see. Oh, Blizzard got in trouble again. Look at that. Beautiful.
Well,
Let's talk about
what?
it.
They suck.
Let's talk about it.
True that, buddy.
Carter, let's talk about it.
All right.
Who are these motherfuckers?
Did you want me to read it? Is that what you meant by that?
Yeah.
Talk about it, Carter. What's going on? What that
Let's
Blizzard
talk
do?
about it.
I'm grabbing it.
What that Blizzard do? They don't know how to stop touching coochies. This is crazy.
I'm grabbing it. Nah. They don't know how to pay people. Let's see. This has been updated since I posted it, so we'll go into the new shit.
He was touching coochie and
Activision
not paying.
Blizzard sued. No. Activision Blizzard sued by U.S. Justice Department for suppressing esports wages.
Jesus fucking Christ.
In a civil lawsuit filed on, let's see, this says Monday, so that would have been, April 3rd. The Justice Department claimed rules imposed by Activision Blizzard have limited competition for players in its Overwatch and Call of Duty esport leagues and suppressed player wages. The complaint, which was filed in the U.S. District Court for the District of Columbia, accuses Activision and the independently owned teams in its esport leagues of implementing a, quote, competitive balance tax, end quote, designed to penalize teams if player compensation exceeded a threshold set by the game maker.
What?
Why? What the fuck?
What does that mean? What?
So pretty much what they are saying in layman's terms is that if it was found that people on those esports teams were making enough money doing other things in the name of their esports team, they would basically reduce the amount that they would pay them in the esports competitions.
What are they? The IRS? What are they taxing me for doing well?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So,
So if they were making like,
said.
if they were making like trick shot videos under their team's name and making money off of it, they get paid less during the actual games.
I believe so. I believe that's what that's saying.
That's wild. I'd be damned.
Jesus Christ.
So, there is an update to this article since I posted it. The Justice Department has reportedly agreed to a settlement with Activision Blizzard. A spokesperson for the publisher also provided the article writers with the following statement. Activision Blizzard Esports is committed to being a leader in the esports industry and creating opportunities for players to earn fair pay and benefits. When we watched the Overwatch and Call of Duty leagues, we wanted to create viable career opportunities for the players requiring minimum salaries and mandatory benefits as part of player contracts. As a league, we also wanted our products to be competitive, so we carefully designed and implemented the competitive balance tax. While we have always believed and still believe that the competitive balance tax was lawful and it did not have an adverse impact on players' salaries, the tax was never levied, and the league voluntarily dropped it from our rules in 2021. We remained committed to a player ecosystem with fair pay and healthcare, and continue to have the least restrictive player mobility compensation system across all of the major sports leagues.
We paid
I don't
up,
know.
but I'm not saying we're wrong.
Pretty much. That is pretty much the TLDR of that entire story.
Wild. I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
So, don't take any sponsorships if you work for fucking Activision, I guess,
Yeah,
is the
they'll rob your ass real quick.
takeaway.
At least read the fine print.
Yeah. The moment you see fucking compensation balance tax, you say, psych, you thought I was signing this shit. Get rid of it.
The
So,
goddamn lawyer.
let's see here. Oh,
I
here we go.
implore you to
So,
support indie devs.
apparently, the Antitrust Division has also filed a proposed consent decree related to its concerns. Pending court approval, it would forbid Activision from imposing rules that would limit player compensation, or that would penalize teams for paying players above a certain amount in wages. So, yeah. So Activision out here proving once again that they're a shitty company. And another reason for me to not play Overwatch. So,
Support
I
indie
mean,
devs.
yes.
it's kind of weird that like the contract is like we can make money off of you, but you can't make money off of us.
Or make even more money off of fucking sponsors plus make money off of us.
Yeah,
Well,
That just
big
seems more
reason
like
that
of a
they
petty
do.
thing.
Well, to some extent, I can see why they do it, but not for the reason. Like in this instance, no, this is a stupid fucking idea. But they have been burned on that in the past by not like punishing anyone for making money off of like other stuff. Like Dota 2 started out, or Dota, I should say, Dota 1 was a Warcraft mod
Yes.
that got so big and so popular that they were able to somehow successfully spin that off into its own game because of the way that the Activision like legislature was at the time. There was basically nothing preventing someone from using any kind of derivative works from stuff people would make out of their stuff and making money off of it. So I think that's part of why they really started buckling down on shit. Granted, they've gone overboard, but
I was
I
gonna
mean,
say that I would
they
understand.
also missed out on Dota too. So
I mean, that like if it was more related to like the games in general versus like the players, I could see that. But it seems more like this is impacting their wages whenever they get sponsorships related to like their content
yeah,
creation or something.
oh,
That's like
100%. Like I said, they've gone overboard with it over the decades. But
that's like any other normal sport being like if you get any sponsorships that
If I
fucking
see a
that
fucking
100
contract
yeah
from Puma,
yeah,
I am booting your ass.
yeah that 150
imagine
million you're
telling
making
Jordan.
is getting lowered because
Yeah, imagine
if
telling Jordan that they're going to garnish his wages after he gets sponsored by Nike.
He would
for
laugh in their
real
fucking faces.
they're like
Yeah.
okay well we decided to give you 150 million but since you're getting 100 from Nike we're gonna go ahead and drop you to 50. That's
Yeah.
wild. I'd be damned.
See now,
Yeah.
I would get pissed not because I think that
Hell
50
no.
mil is like like shit wages. It's more along the lines of the principle. It's just like, how the fuck does that make sense for you to just basically say, well, these guys are footing the bill for us mostly, so we're gonna go ahead and just say, now fuck that, we're gonna give you a third of what we actually owe you. It's not
Yeah,
like those are two completely different agreements or anything. Makes sense.
Yeah.
yeah. Activision bad.
Yeah, agreed.
Dummies.
I think if we ever get to a point where we start making merch, I think one of the first things we need to design is just stuff that says Activision bad.
Yeah, I agree. Let's do
That's
that.
we're at a point now. It feels like we talk about them every fucking week.
That's what I'm fucking saying. It's
That's
either them
always
or
the
Nintendo
same.
getting
It's
shit
always
on
the
here.
same shit. Yeah, but Nintendo still makes me feel good sometimes.
That's fair. God damn it. I think my allergies are starting to kick in and it's fucking annoying. Did you guys
Gross.
see the weather for like the next week?
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be like 70s and 80s.
Bro, it looks so gorgeous.
I'm fucking stoked.
Hell yeah.
Seasonal depression's cured. Now I just have regular depression.
Fuck yeah. I'm gonna go
True.
wash my fucking car on Tuesday, spend
You're
like
not
3
on the
hours
time
doing it.
machine no more.
I should do that.
Gonna have a good time. Let's see here. Moving on to the next article that I seen that looked interesting. Resident Evil 4 Remake has added microtransactions. The upgrade tickets that they added cost $3
Fuck them.
each, or are sold in multi-packs for $7 or $10. Um, let's see here.
Whores.
Apparently there are 11 new pieces of paid DLC. To gun enthusiasts, knife collectors, and lovers of weapons of any and all kinds, the DLC description reads, here's your ticket to the gun show, specifically a ticket to be redeemed at the merchant shop. With this, you'll have access to a weapons exclusive upgrade at any time, regardless of the weapon's level. Not only that, but once unlocked, the upgrade is free. It itself is free of charge. This item will be added to the treasuries menu and will be available across all your saved data. Each upgrade ticket costs €2.99 or €2.49. And there are also a number of multi-packs letting players buy 3 or more 5 tickets at a discount. In total, if players were to buy everything, they would get 23 upgrade tickets at a total cost of $55. There was no indication from Capcom that microtransactions were being added. That's not true. They're Capcom. I don't know what you expected, but they nickel and dime your ass at every
Oh,
fucking.
expecting it and advertising it are two different things.
Their name starts with Cap. I'm just saying. Like, I don't know why we trust them.
True.
That's great.
Bars.
Also released today is The Mercenaries, a fan favorite Resident Evil mode, which arrives as free DLC.
It just sounds like cosmetics.
Yeah. Well, no, it's the upgrades.
No,
The upgrades are
the
not.
weapons are.
The upgrade tickets are most definitely not, because from what I'm hearing, it basically gives you each weapon's like late game level fucking upgrade for $2.99.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that is definitely
get that.
not.
It's just like a skip. Like a...
Yeah. It's kind of like the shortcut kits in Battlefield, or like the
Okay.
fucking material packs that you could buy on Dead Space 3. It's just like the shortcuts.
This is like creative mode.
Except
but
for,
without but the money is involved.
yeah, except for it's not free.
Creative.
Let's see here. The Mercenaries consists of a number of stages. Each stage starts Leon off with all of his weapons, and players have to kill as many enemies as possible within a time limit. Capcom also announced today that the Resident Evil 4 remake has sold 4 million copies in its first 2 weeks. That's good.
Nice.
I mean, even
Yeah,
though it's a
I
shitty
posted
fucking
something about that as
microtransaction,
well.
it's a shitty fucking business practice for the microtransactions, but I would
It's
be lying.
microtransactions for optional shit in an optional mode.
I would just argue that they're just unnecessary. But you are right, they are optional. It's just
The base
kind of
game
like,
is
if you buy it,
completely.
it's just like, to me, that just kind of defeats the whole purpose of actually playing the fucking game.
Well, yeah.
It's kind of like watching people like spend fucking $200 on platinum in Warframe just to buy every fucking weapon in Prime Warframe in the game, and it's just like, okay, then why the fuck are you playing the game? The whole just I don't know. It's just it irritates me.
That's the
But
group of people that like the easy mode.
yeah, but
True.
nonetheless, even with the in my opinion shitty business practice, fucking microtransactions, the game is good. I have seen gameplay. I've seen a couple playthroughs. The game is solid. They put a lot of love and time and care into this fucking game. So I
Resi
would
4
still
remake
say
game of the year.
that this game is worth buying. But yeah,
I haven't even played it yet, and I already know it's going to be game of the year.
yay! Older
I'll
games
fight
that get
about it.
remakes that win Game of the Year because newer IP suck dick.
It's
Woo!
true.
It's
Listen, man,
great.
the two hypest games to come out this year are Resident Evil 4 and Metroid Prime. Like,
Right,
it's the people yearn for the early 2000s.
right.
People yearn for the GameCube titles.
That's what
You
I'm
know,
saying.
Resident Evil 4 started out as a GameCube exclusive.
Give me a fucking remake of Prince of Persia.
They're working on one. It's on indefinite hiatus,
There it is.
but they're working on it.
Working on it. Ah ha ha.
I would rather they put it on indefinite hiatus to work on it than shit it out in 18 months and have it be an Assassin's Creed ripoff.
True. I'll agree with that. The last
Guess
time they
who
tried to
owns that
remake it,
game?
the last fucking time they tried to remake that, one of my favorite franchises, the game just kind of fell short, to put it softly.
I wish they'd remake one of my favorite franchises. Ape Escape, Jack and Daxter, Spyro, any of them, please.
Honestly, I'm surprised that Jack and Daxter hasn't gotten a remake or like a continuation or anything. I figured it was
I don't
actually
know. They're
pretty
too busy.
decently. What?
Well, Last of Us, The Last of Us actually started as an attempt to reboot the franchise,
Oh,
and they just ran out of idea, or that not that they ran out of ideas, but they couldn't think of any ideas. And then someone drew concept art of like a zombie lurker or something, and it just kind of blossomed.
that's interesting. I didn't even know that.
So yeah, it's not that they haven't tried. And like honestly, with the state Naughty Dog's in currently, I respect them for saying, "Hey, we don't have the talent to do this right now."
Is it just because like they're working on the next Last of Us game, or?
Well, it's because at the time it was because they couldn't fucking think of anything.
Oh, I see.
They were like, "Here's these character concepts, but how do we,
What do we do with
bring
it?
this back and still make it what people loved?"
That's fair. I mean,
So
I can
no,
say
they've
I agree
actually
with
been
that.
pretty
I
coy
respect
about
that.
what they're working on.
I
They've confirmed that
respect
they're
that they're
working
just like
on
that.
something. Yeah. They've confirmed pretty recently that they're working on something, but I think the only thing they've said is that it's not The Last of Us 3.
Okay. But
So whether it's a new IP or they choose to revive something, I guess time will tell. But
mhm.
I'm down with the new IP.
Yeah, that too.
honestly, same.
As much as I love reminiscing and like seeing some of my favorite childhood games getting brought back in like a modernized fashion, it's just like I want to see something new, guys. Come on.
Oh,
I
what have
don't
they made
trust
actually? Yeah,
Neil
Jack and
Druckmann.
Daxter and shit like that. I would like to see those.
Yeah. Fucking oh yeah, speaking of pretty like older IPs but new fresh ideas, fucking I forgot that the second or Jedi Survivor comes out later this month.
Yeah, it does.
I still need to beat the first game.
Yeah, you do.
I actually have it downloaded. I just haven't started it
It's
yet.
actually gonna make zero fucking sense if you don't finish the first game.
Well, I'm not saying I'm gonna buy the second one right off the gate and play it.
No, I know, but I'm saying when that time comes, you're gonna need that knowledge.
Fuck the knowledge.
I guess.
We just ball, boy.
We
But
go through it. We just be going.
we just be going through the motions. You feel? Yeah, you
No,
feel. Nah, you feel. It's okay.
no.
I be
Um,
feeling.
speaking of Star Wars, though, according to what the fuck's this GameSpot articles, okay, 3 new Star Wars movies have been announced, including Daisy Ridley returning as Jedi Master Rey.
Oh,
Um,
fuck that.
Let's see here. Star Wars Celebration 2023 started off with colossal news during the Lucasfilm Studio showcase, announcing new projects and revealing additional cast members joining already in production Andor Season 2, and the first Ahsoka trailer were shown. But then came the movie news. Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy announced that 3 new live-action Star Wars films were on the way. Joining Kennedy on stage were the directors of these films, James Mangold, who made Logan, Indiana Jones, and the Dial of Destiny, Dave Filoni, uh, who is currently making Ahsoka and also made The Mandalorian, and Academy Award and Emmy Award winning director Sharmeen Obaid Chinoy, who made Saving Face and Miss Marvel. Each feature takes place in a different era in the Star Wars universe. Mangold will be going way in the past to the dawn of the Jedi, with Filoni being able to wrap up the stories he and his team have been telling in the Disney Plus series The Mandalorian, Ahsoka, and the Book of Boba Fett. However, Obaid Chinoy's feature or feature that received the biggest reaction of the presentation was that as it was announced that her movie will focus on the Jedi Master Rey and continuation after the events of Rise of Skywalker and the founding of the New Jedi Order. Um, Daisy Ridley joined the directors on stage as the fans welcomed her back to the Star Wars universe. Wait, I'm confused. I thought Rey turned to the dark side at the last movie.
No.
No,
What?
I could have. Wait, maybe I just watched
no,
like a meme or some shit then. Because I
you
thought.
did.
Well, I haven't seen the movie, motherfucker.
Uh,
I heard that he.
No, the whole point was no. So her biological family tree, she is the granddaughter of Palpatine.
Yes.
But she rejected the notion of turning to the Sith and said, "No, my real name's Rey Skywalker." And then that was the end of the fucking movie.
The fuck?
movie whack.
It's
Wasn't a fan.
like there is no additional information that I could supply you that makes it sound any less shit because it's not.
What the fuck?
Very upset.
My
And they did my
favorite,
boy dirty.
my favorite line, dude. They did Poe so fucking dirty. Poe and Finn, so
Yeah.
fucking
I heard
dirty.
that they fucked over Finn.
They fucked
So
Finn
bad.
so
Like
hard.
John Boyega is fucking done with Star Wars after that. He's the modern day fucking Harrison Ford. It's like I'm fucking done with these movies, man.
I
Goddamn.
get
I
it.
respect him for it. He got his bag and he got out. But
That's fair. Probably
um,
played in one of his favorite franchises of all time just to get fucked over by the director. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna take this and go. I'm just gonna stick with the
same
older
with
movies.
Oscar Isaac.
Huh.
It's tough because I would have liked to see John Boyega.
True.
Same. I
I'm
thought he was
honestly
great
not a
with what
fan
they
of
gave
Ray.
him.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Ray.
I don't think a lot of people are.
Is
I
it
really
Ray as a character or just the choices that the fucking scriptwriters have been forcing her to make?
Both.
both. Yeah, I
I'm not
So
a
don't
why do
feel
you
fan.
like
say
she
both?
really earned.
I'm not
I
a
don't
fan of
feel
the
like she
actor.
earned anything that they gave her.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not a fan. I don't. At least I wasn't too compelled with her acting. So her acting in general, and then the script itself was. I don't know. It feels like the. I don't know.
They're
It
just
feels
like,
like a
here's Luke Skywalker's lightsaber. You can have it, random girl I've known for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I trust you completely without any kind of fucking character development that would push me into doing so
Well, not only
naturally.
that, but it's totally not shown that he already has trust issues because one of his previous fucking students like starts showing signs of going to the dark side and try and Luke tries to fucking kill
So
him.
I'm gonna kill my nephew.
It's great.
Yeah. I don't personally fucks with it. I don't fucks with Ray. Things were too convenient for her. In fact, the whole movie was her fucking up and everybody else almost getting killed just for her to be at the end to win one fight and then be like, "Yeah, I did this."
It sounds like
Yeah.
fucking the Tomb Raider trilogy all over again.
Pretty much.
Except for the Tomb Raider trilogy
I
was enjoyable to play.
Oh, and then the amount of enemies in the end made no sense.
Oh.
yeah, that was kind of fucking crazy.
Wild. You telling me you had that many people for that long and they were just
held
chilling?
off for the final fight. Yeah, no, it was fucked.
They're
Man,
I
trying to
just
show
really
how
wish.
badass the main characters are, dude.
I really wish they would just stop telling fucking stories from the Skywalker saga.
Yeah.
There is nothing else to fucking like at this point. We're gonna get a show in 5 years that's just 36 episodes that talks about like Luke's winter coat that he had in his closet when he left his home planet to go fight with Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Bro,
And like I
there's
just
so
don't.
many awesome
There's
fucking.
nothing more that I need to know about that universe. There's so much more shit to pull from.
Make a fucking series about Revan.
Give
I
me my
barely
Darth
even
Maul
pay.
show.
I have barely delved into the fucking Star Wars trilogy, and even I understand that Revan is one of the fucking most badass characters in that franchise.
They're
And
never
also the
going to in a
fucking
million years do it. Also, who? I'm sorry.
fucking the Sith that could literally drain the life out of fucking planets.
Yeah, Darth Plagueis.
Like
Oh
there are
no,
so
Darth
many
Plagueis. That's
badass
not Plagueis.
characters you
But
can make franchises about or make video games about or some shit like that. And we're just jerking off Luke Skywalker's go. If you guys want to go through the Skywalker shit, do it in a more interesting fucking time of him being alive. Go through the fucking what the fuck's her face? The one fucking borderline god that he helped put away with like two other Sith. Fuck, what's her name?
I honestly, I'm not that familiar with Star Wars EU stuff.
There's a time where I was like my fucking YouTube baited me into going down a Star Wars lore wormhole.
Yeah,
Luke, Skywalker, fucking
give me a
Force,
Mr. Bones show.
Force gods. No, Ray's shit. We don't talk about Ray. Okay, so the ones. I think this is part of the family, but the son, the line, the daughter, the light side of the force, both the son and daughter were mortal as long as the father remained alive. Um, the mother, I think, is her name.
I don't know.
They will never in a million years do it, but I will sit here and scream about not having a Death Troopers show until they make a Death Troopers show.
Um,
True.
Or a movie. Get Sam Raimi to direct a Death Troopers movie. I would fucking pay you money. So much money
Here we
to
go.
have that happen.
Abeloth. That's her fucking name.
Okay.
Yeah, Abeloth is just basically just a force of nature. Because so just a short rundown, there are these three beings called the Ones, okay? There's the son who represents the dark side of the force, the daughter who represents the light, and then the father is the balance of the two, okay? They are
Okay.
all three immortal as long as the father stays alive. The mother was like a random fucking person that stumbled upon them and stayed with them for like fucking I think like eons or some shit like that, and she eventually becomes considered the mother because she cares about the family so much. Well,
Mm.
she wanted power to fucking to be able to protect the family even more so because I think something like grave happens to where they were all put in danger or some shit. So she goes to the place where all three of them or all three of the original ones had gotten their power, which is like it's called like the Force Well or some shit like that. Well, she didn't know the rule of you never actually go fully into it. You just take sips out of it or some shit like that. Otherwise, it can overwhelm you. Well, she just fucking nosedived into it, got fucking absolutely filled with force power, and basically became a monster known as
That's
Abeloth.
pretty rad.
It'd be like that.
That's pretty rad.
She was an absolute force of nature, and for context, Luke Skywalker in his prime couldn't even defeat her on his own. He had to team up with I think two or one other Sith, and this Sith had actually taken some power out of this Force Well before they went and fought her. They had to go and fight her like 2 or 3 times before they finally put her down.
Jesus.
And this was Luke Skywalker in his prime strength. The motherfucker that basically became Jedi Jesus.
Yeah.
So yeah, no. Um, if I'm going to actually be interested in Star Wars, they need to start making movies or short series or something like that about something other than like the main fucking people that they keep regurgitating the same content about or keep dragging along their storylines for no fucking reason. So yeah, like Legends.
Agreed.
I seen the first episode of fucking Star Wars Legends, the one that's like anime themed. That shit was
Mm-hmm.
badass. That shit
Yeah.
was cool. Give me more creative shit like that.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. What about you, Philip? What would
I'm
get you
down
into the
for all of
Star
it.
Wars franchise?
Um, I don't know much about Star Wars, but I do like the idea of troopers and shit. The animated series always did well for me, so can I get something like that?
Yeah. Clone Wars was pretty rad.
Clone Wars pretty
I
Clone
dope.
think
Wars
that's
was done by
considered
the
like the
same guy who
pinnacle.
made Samurai Jack.
I didn't know that, but that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, Genndy Tartakovsky. He
Yeah.
also made Hotel Transylvania, but we don't have to talk about that.
Nope, that doesn't exist. Um, but no, like I think a lot of people say that fucking Clone Wars was like the pinnacle of fucking Star Wars media. In all honesty, like a lot of
I would
people
agree.
fucking loved it.
Yeah, I fucks with all of
I agree
that.
with that.
Bounty hunters, um, what was it? Some of those side bounty hunters. I forget his name, but it's this dude with the revolver, and he's like blue and got these red eyes. He's got like a fucking cowboy hat on. He's pretty dope.
Philip,
He's
I
pretty dope.
recommend if you're in one of those fucking 2 a.m. just chilling vibes where you don't feel like doing anything except for watching videos. Star Wars is definitely one of those things. Don't watch anything about necessarily like Skit Luke unless you want to see like how fucking broken he gets.
Fuck
But
Luke
like
Skywalker. He boring and a loser.
he's
Bro,
boring
Luke
because the
Skywalker is
movies
the
made him
Superman of
boring.
Star Wars.
Oh
Huh?
yeah, I'm sure, but
Luke Skywalker is the Superman of Star Wars.
A little bit,
and
yeah.
Superman's boring.
But yeah, no.
Agreed.
Like I would recommend looking up fucking just like side character, like not even side characters, but like past Jedi and Sith, because like how the Rule of Two came about and shit like that, really fucking interesting. How the Jedi and were low key pieces of shit for centuries before like they finally got pushed back and almost went extinct multiple times. Really fucking interesting. But the way that Lucasfilms and Disney's taken this shit, really fucking stupid and boring.
Agreed.
Fight him.
It's kind of like how Warhammer has like endless fucking possibilities for horror games, action games, strategy games, and shit like that, but they don't make any actual good IPs. They just make random fucking games. I don't know. And just say, here you
Agreed.
go. So yeah. I don't know. That's all I really had to say about Star Wars. You guys got anything else?
Not really.
Okay.
I like the lightsabers.
Beautiful. Why don't you tell us about how Monster Energy is gonna lose a lawsuit here soon, Carter?
Oh, yeah, I think they already did. I think it got thrown out.
Oh.
Do.
Wait, wait,
So
Philip, did you hear anything about this?
No, I haven't
Oh,
heard
this is
anything
fucking
about it.
hilarious. All right, go ahead, Carter.
it's pretty great. So Monster Energy, um, avid fucking murderer of drywalls everywhere. Uh, attempted to file a suit against both Pokemon Company and Capcom over their use of the word monster in their trademarks.
Fuck.
Monster Energy's trademark disputes were filed in Japan, where they were squashed very shortly thereafter. They seem to be on a trademark tirade at the moment, as they have filed over 100 complaints in Japan for all sorts of companies and brands that use the word monster in some way. Apparently, Monster Energy has been doing this for quite some time and have become well known to be a bit of a troll on this topic. Even after losing their battles against Capcom and Pokemon Co., Monster Energy continues to file more complaints against other companies, arguing that the use of the word monster and other names or products could confuse consumers.
Um,
Again,
Just
this
submit your
battle is
board and
already
move
like they
on.
filed
Jesus
this and it was
Christ.
immediately shut down.
Yeah, I don't know about this one, Chief.
Just
Also,
say
for the
that you're
record, the
bored.
two big people that they went trademark hunting after were very well established for decades or literally centuries in Nintendo's case before Monster was around.
I mean, if they get one, they win, right? I mean, they just got to get one.
I guess, yeah, no, throw enough darts, but
Oh, you gotta listen to this comic by or this comment by Mysticoy. It's absurd how much ego and stupidity a freaking energy drink company must have to pick a trademark battle with the company behind the highest selling IP on Earth. I'm glad Death Stranding got rid of the piss drink made by these asshats. I hope nothing but
hell
the worst
yeah,
for them.
gamer time.
This man went from having like a pretty decent roast to just going fucking borderline incel real quick.
Hey man, you got his point across.
Or sorry, incel like fucking personality. Sorry, not actual incel.
You called him an incel.
I corrected myself, damn it.
And we're gonna get sued for libel.
I'm gonna get sued by the fucking Andrew Taters. The Andrew Tater Tots.
Andrew Taters.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, this not really an article like worth going like super in depth about Monster Energy.
I just thought it was funny.
Yeah, no, 100%. It's either they're bored or just really fucking stupid.
I think they're throwing darts at the wall because they kind of have the money to do so, right? Didn't they just
Yeah,
Didn't they just whoop Bang's ass in a lawsuit?
probably.
I don't know what
They did.
about.
I don't know that they were the
Um,
ones that sued Bang.
Bang was advertising that they were that in their drinks they had something called super creatine, which is
Yeah, I remember
not
that.
real, which is not real. It's not a real thing.
Right.
And so Monster, I think it was because Bang would compare Monsters and Red Bulls and things like that. Like, this is better for you. Get Bang. Not these other people. They got normal creatine. We got this thing called super creatine. So then Monster was like, no, you don't. And so, and
Yeah,
so they
it's
sued them. And they
the
won.
blast processing of energy drinks.
Yeah. And they won. They whooped their ass. That's why Bang right now, their whole CEO is like his whole life's a lie. The whole story he gave off or whatever is a lie. It's not true. And so now, since they lost this big ass lawsuit, they don't really have the money, so they're in a bad position currently.
Jesus Christ.
Pretty great.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't be surprised if Bang was more was healthier than Red Bull and Monster. But
All you
yeah,
had to
no,
do was
there's
just
no.
not put as much bullshit in there.
You just had
I
to not
mean,
say that you had something that didn't exist.
Yeah.
yeah, basically.
I think that was really just that was all you had to do. Just you can say, well, we're better, we're more healthy than these other energy drinks. You should try us, and then
Yeah.
not make up a non-existent fucking performance supplement.
Most definitely all you had to do. Mhm.
The only performance supplement I would ever need is G Fuel.
G Fuel, sponsor us, please. We need
Please.
money.
I will shill for you guys so hard. Like I know you just gave me that fucking Isaac box for free, and I will shill for you for eons.
Jesus,
That's all you
I
had to
love
do.
your guys' shit.
beautiful.
That's all you had to do. I just like money.
Yeah,
Like I
I'll take free
genuinely
energy
I
drinks too.
enjoy it thoroughly. Like it's replaced most other energy drinks that I drink.
Beautiful. That's what we like to hear, man. Did they finally take
Except
that
for
lead
I
out
don't
of their
know.
formula?
There was yeah, man, no more paint chips. It's pretty clean now.
Beautiful.
Um no, what is it at work that we started getting in the vending machine? Like Celsius?
Celsius is pretty solid.
They have like a non-carbonated peach mango green tea and it's fucking
Yes,
delicious.
they're fucking they're I think it's called white peach or peach on the beach or something like that. But for
Okay.
some reason, it gives me the shits every time I drink it. It's only
Probably
that
'cause there's
flavor.
so much fucking caffeine in it.
No, it's literally just that flavor. Every other one is fine. I don't know
Interesting.
what the fuck they put in there. It does not last very long.
Interesting.
Yep,
Jesus.
I have no idea. So,
I'm
but
excited.
looks like that was all
Oh,
the funsies articles in the chat today. Did you guys have anything else last minute that you wanted to talk about?
I don't think so.
there's another No Man's Sky update.
Oh yeah. Let's go over that really quick. I forgot about that.
I'm gonna
We like
say
No
that
Man's
one,
Sky
and then we
around
can
here.
talk about the Scott Pilgrim anime.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I'll gush about the Scott Pilgrim anime really quick. Netflix is doing something right for once, and they are bringing back the entire cast and crew. Everybody from the movie and Edgar Wright, who directed the original live action movie. They are redoing it as an anime on Netflix. Full
True.
movie cast.
Okay. I'd watch it.
I'm so fucking
I'm
excited.
pretty sure fucking May is going to go fucking crazy. She loves that movie.
Oh, I already have. I'm fucking feral.
Feral.
Sounds exciting. The original cast kind of reminds me of Black Dynamite.
Fair.
Right.
I want to watch Black Dynamite again.
Dynamite powers king.
Fucking-
It's an amazing movie. I love Dynamite.
I
Black
guarantee
Dynamite.
you, if we all went in there and said, "Hey, Candy, want to watch Black Dynamite?" He'd drop everything and just say yes.
Oh, 1,000,000% you would say yes.
And I'm so down for it.
We should try that and see how it goes.
Let's do it. But okay, so new
Yeah.
anime for Scott Pilgrim, awesome.
Gonna be
Let's go
fucking
over
awesome.
briefly what the fuck's going on with No Man's Sky. They got another beefy update. I seen that they added a new expedition. They added a new planet type called Corrupted Planets or some shit like that, or new terrain, something like that. They added some new ships. I think new missions, possibly new alien species. Did they do
Nope.
that? Or am
Not
I?
alien species, but there is a new class of robot spiders.
Okay.
True.
So they've added robot arachnid drones for the Sentinel forces.
I'm down.
They have also added in Sentinel weaponry.
I fucks with it.
Abandoned encampments, a new
Those are
class
always
of
nice.
ship,
There we go. Yep. Sentinel
combat
jetpacks, abandoned
improvements.
camps, improved combat, stealth enemies, capital
Yeah.
ship battles, new Nexus missions, custom wonders, VR improvements, evolving story. Okay. I don't know, man. I may have to start playing this game again, bro.
No, dude.
This is one of the most unique fucking comeback stories that'll ever happen in fucking video game history.
I agree.
I can't see another
Like
video game
the
franchise
new
being able to
weapons
do
that they
that.
put in. No, not to this degree. The new weapons that they're showing off, like legit, they're at a point now. Everything just looks like a fucking COD Zombies Wonder Weapon.
I love it.
Love it so much.
I love it.
I don't play No
So
Man's Sky too much, so I have not a lot to say.
that's valid. But yeah, no, we're pretty vocal supporters of the whole No Man's Sky on this channel in its current iteration.
No
Just kind
reason
of the
not
way
to
that
be.
it's. Yeah, no, it's the last instance of somebody doing the whole comeback story properly. Um, so I don't know, and it's usually marked down pretty cheap now. It goes on sale pretty regularly. So if you're looking for a fun, endless time sink that's as chill or intense as you want it to be, I would say you could do a lot worse than No Man's Sky.
True. That is fair. I hear good things now. I just don't play it.
Mm-hmm. So
No Man's Sky sponsor us,
yes, do it.
please. Sean Murray, I love you.
Yes.
I like money.
I played Danger Dave before No Man's Sky came out. I've been playing Hello Games games from day one, man. Danger Dave's cool.
Mm-hmm. But
You don't know. You don't fucking know.
of course I know, dude.
You know shit about Danger Dave.
Jesus.
What is it?
I have no idea. You caught
Yeah,
me, dude.
exactly. Fucking don't sponsor him. You can sponsor me though. He's a phony.
A big fat phony. But
True.
all right, well, if y'all ain't got anything more, I think we'll just go ahead and wrap up tonight's episode.
Fair. Let's do
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you guys enjoyed tonight's podcast episode, make sure to hit that follow button on Twitch for myself and the boys in the Discord, as
Yeah.
well as go and follow our socials. Make
Yeah.
sure to join our Discord. That's where we like to post a lot of good old memes, some good videos. We also are looking for more articles from the community, so that we can talk about stuff that you guys find important and all that good shit. And I think other
Yeah,
than
what
that,
he said.
go and sub to the damn YouTube. That's where we post all the VODs. So people that that didn't make it can go back and watch them or something along those lines, because Twitch doesn't last for too long. I think if it's published, I think the VOD will last for about a week and then it deletes. So just saying. But that's all we got for y'all tonight. Everyone, say your outros. Hurry up.
Bye. Have a good time.
Jeff Bezos, I'll never forgive you for destroying my family.